Hi guys! Today I'm going to be showing you this look that I'm wearing right here. It is a dark, smoky, black and gray silver eye with matte face and red lips. If you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Okay, so let's get started. First, I'm going to prime my eyes with shadow base. With these types of shadows, I always want to make sure that my eyes are primed. That way you don't get any creasing, and then that way your shadow lasts all night. So I'm just kind of tapping it on, as you see, from from my, what am I trying to say? From my lash line to my brow bone. There we go. Get with it. So now that that's on, I'm then going to take some Scotch tape, some handy Scotch tape. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to, try and line it. Sorry, I have to look at the thing to try to get it lined up properly. This feels weird, and I know it looks weird too, but it's really gonna help us get a sharp edge. And I like it because you can be a little bit messier, but it always comes out like perfect. So, you know what, let's clip up my hair. Sorry, it's gonna be annoying if I don't clip it up. I hope that's even. I'm never even, it's whatever. So first step is I'm going to take Latte from Makeup Geek as my transition shade. I'm just gonna buff that into my crease just to make sure that I have a nice transition from shadows. When you're working with shadows this dark, you want to make sure that you have a very good transition shade. That way everything blends seamlessly together. I'm next going to go in with Cat's Eye Quartz from Revive. It's a nice, really shimmery gray. I love it, but it doesn't have too much shimmer where you can't use it in the crease. So I'm going to take my E25 blending brush, make sure I tap off any excess, and just kind of work that into my crease, just directly in the crease. I'm not blending up or down or anything right yet. See, just kind of right in there. Yes, it looks very harsh right now, but we will blend that. But I just like to put it kind of where I want it and build up the color before. It's so hard to see. This is my first talk-through tutorial, and I'm trying to really use better lighting. I had a few comments on my last tutorial that my lighting wasn't good, which I already knew. So I'm trying to make it so you guys can see this, but so I'm hoping it's working. So right now we kind of have this going on. So we have our transition shade and we have our Cat's Eye Quartz. To me in person it looks pretty good. I don't know exactly how it's picking up on the camera. Picking up okay. Okay, so next step I'm going to take Volcanic Ash, also from Revive. It's a mineral matte shadow. Oops. And I'm going to go in again with my E25 blending brush, and I'm just strictly putting this on the outer V of my eye. So I'm going to kind of tap first and then buff. I'm not going to go in buffing right away. I'm just going to tap it on so it's where I want it to be, and then I'm going to buff it. I find that I always have to do this with my mouth hanging wide open. Don't know why, but it always tends to work that way. And as always, I go back in with my blending brush just to blend that out. So next step, I'm going to go in with Platinum. It's just a nice silver platinum shade, obviously. I'm going to go in there on just a flat brush. I'm going to apply that to my lid. Again, patting and then rubbing. You want to pat the shadow kind of just to place it, because if you just go in rubbing, you're not going to get the pigment payoff that you would get if you just pat it. So this is what we have so far. Oops. I'm going to go back in again just to blend out the harsh lines. Okay, next, and my favorite part, I'm going to go in with Bella Pierre's Tin Man Loose Pigment. I'm super excited. I love this. It's such a glittery pigment. Oops, I'm gonna go in with my MAC Fix Plus on the same flat brush, do a few little squirts on that. And then I'm gonna just go into the pigment. Okay. Same with this, I'm gonna pat it. Because it is wet, I just pat and I do not rub yet. So I'll just go in and pat. Look at the difference. That's insane. Obsessed with this. You don't have to do this step, but because it is the holidays, I love everything. Glitter, everything. The more glitter, the better. So I always love to do this. Okay. So now that I've put it on both eyes, I'm gonna go in. I've wiped off my brush a little bit. I'm gonna go back in and now start working it and kind of blending it in a little. Now I'm just kind of going back in with the volcanic ash just to add a little bit more depth, just also in case I got some of that Tin Man pigment. I like to cover that back up. So this is what we have so far. Now we're gonna go in with eyeliner. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner in Blackest Black. This is the step where the tape is most helpful for me because I'm just so horrible at doing my eyeliner. This makes it almost foolproof. I can just draw right over it. Okay, now that I've spent an hour doing my eyeliner, this is what it looks like. This is what you're gonna be left with. You can see that line right there. So we're just gonna kind of soften that up so that way you don't have such a harsh line. My eye is so red under there. That's all redness, that's not eyeshadow, I promise. So next, I'm just going to grab a cotton round and some brightening cleansing water and just clean up anything that has fallen all over my face. Most times with black shadow like this, you do get fallout. I almost forgot my brow bone. I am just gonna go in with Milk It from Benefit. I'm just gonna throw a bit of that right on my brow bone. This is a very stark white eyeshadow, as you can possibly see. I don't know. So I've tried to go light-handed with it. I don't want to put too much because then we'll just look crazy. I'm first going to prime my face with my retexturizing face primer from Revive. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand and I'm just gonna apply it all over my face. No big deal. Okay, I'm then gonna go in with my Mineral Liquid Powder Foundation from Revive. This is a full coverage foundation, and as the name says, it goes on liquid and dries powder. So it's a nice matte, but it's not gonna give you, like if you were to use a powder foundation, it's not gonna give you that type of finish where it's cake face. So I just go in on my F80 Kabuki brush and I just start to stipple on a foundation. And around my jawline, I always make sure I blend it and blend it down my neck. There's nothing worse than that disgusting line of foundation. I also don't put too much foundation under my eyes because obviously we're gonna go in with our concealer, and if you put like too many creamy products under your eyes, it could very well crease. Next, I'm gonna go in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC15. Put a little on the back of my hand. I don't need a lot of this. This is also a full coverage foundation. Concealer, I mean, not foundation. I like to just put a few dots of this so I don't really overuse it because I am very heavy-handed when it comes to concealer. And sorry that I'm not like looking at the camera. It's very difficult to do my foundation and concealer without watching myself. I'm using my finger first to kind of blend it out and place it where I want because I don't want my brush to pick up too much of this product. So I kind of want to disperse it where I need it first. And then, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to flip you guys off, but I will put the excess kind of like on my nose and down the center of my nose. That way, we even out the highlight. So now I'm going in with my F86 tapered kabuki from Sigma, just kind of stippling and blending this out. I'm going in both directions, in and out, in and out, because if you go just out, your concealer is going to probably settle in your fine lines and then not look cute. So if you go in and out, it's kind of confusing the concealer, I guess, in a way, and just letting it lay properly. Same with your bangs. If you want your bangs to go this way, you're gonna blow dry them this way, and then they'll lay perfectly on that way. So it's the same type of concept. Now that my concealer and foundation is done, I'm gonna go back to my eyes and do the under eyes and apply some mascara. Okay, so first I'm gonna take the Volcanic Ash, which is the very dark color that we did on the outer V, and I'm going to go right up to my lash line so it's very, very tight up there. And I'm just working it in with an angled brush. Yes. Okay, so now you have this. I'm then going to go in with my pencil brush, the E30, and I'm going to take Cat's Eye Quartz, which is that first gray shade that we put on, and I'm just gonna buff out the under bits of my eye. So now you have this. I'm then, feels like this is a lot of steps. Kinda is actually, so I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with our little pigment that we went in with before. Sorry. And I'm going to put that like on the inner corner of our eye almost. Just buff that in. That's why I like doing the black, because once you put the silver on the inside, it really just opens your eyes up. So the black is just a nice smoky depth, and then the silver is gonna open your eyes up. So I really like that. And I think I actually might do the silver in the entire, like even in my inner corner. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, okay. So now I'm gonna go in with a black gel liner from Revive. It's called Noor. Is that how you say it? I don't know how to say that. And I'm just gonna apply that to my waterline. You could definitely go in with a gray pencil here. You could even use a skin toned pencil. That would be really pretty too. But like I said, I like smoky, so the smokier the better for me. As you guys can see, I did my eyebrows and my mascara. We're gonna finish the face now. So now I'm going in with some bronzer. I'm going to use my bronzing powder in medium from Revive. I'm gonna go in with the brush that came with my Hoola bronzer, just because it kind of sculpts the cheeks. So I'm going to just do a very light-handed line, just to kind of define my cheekbones. Oh, it's not very light-handed on that side. And then up on my temples, as always. And right in my hairline. Bottom of my chin. The usual bronzing places. I'll then go in with a brush just to blend out any harsh lines. For blush, I'm gonna be using Paula Dwarf's Ballet. It's kind of almost looks purple on here, but it's not. It's a very baby doll, light pink. I just don't wanna take any focus away from the eyes, and we're gonna be doing a red lip, so I don't wanna take any focus away from those. So I'm just gonna use a very light blush. We're obviously not gonna leave our blush looking this unblended. We would be crazy. So I'm gonna go in with just a stippling brush, just kind of stippling and blending. Look at all that product that's coming off. Just to blend this because you don't want any harsh lines or anything like that. So that's a lot more blended in person than it is showing up on the camera. The camera's still picking it up very dark, but I promise it's blended. So next we're gonna go in with MAC Soft and Gentle as our highlight. I know with this kind of eye look I should probably be going a little bit more soft with it, but oh well. So I just apply that to the high points of the cheeks and right above the brow bone. And that, I also go on down this bridge of my nose and on my Cupid's bow. So that is our face. I'll take this out. Okay, so now we're done with our face and we're moving on to our last step, which is lips. You can definitely pair this with a nude lip. You could do this with a pinky lip. I'm gonna use a bright red lip today, and nothing screams the holidays more than a bright red lip. So I'm going to use Maraschino lip liner from Revive. And I'm just gonna follow the line of my lip. I'm not gonna overdraw my bottom lip because as you see, it's pretty damn big. So you could leave it like that and throw some gloss on, but of course it's me and I go a little crazy with everything. So I'm gonna go in with Revive's liquid lipstick in Code Red, which has been my all-time favorite lately. I have to be very careful with this because if you get all over your face, it will make a mess. So you have to be very precise. And that's it, guys. That's gonna complete this look. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give the video a big thumbs up. Also, please subscribe and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.